Many thanks for being here with us. At the first time, I want to speak the hard job of Premiere Pádel and all the steps in the good direction, in the direction of the international of Pádel. Let's talk about the big challenge.
I mean, it's a very exciting time. It's great to be here in amongst the World Pádel Summit where there's so much going on, and it's great to see the industry kind of really flourish. From Premiere Pádel, we think we have a responsibility. We think we have a responsibility to help shape the future of the sport. We're really focused on really transforming the game of paddle into the global sport. And I guess, now with a tour, our first year of the full tour with 25 tournaments in 18 different countries, it's quite daunting, but it's very exciting. And we have, we still want to go into new countries as well. We want to go into USA, we want to go into Asia, UK, Germany. So we've plenty to do. We're very ambitious, but it's an exciting time for the sport. We have so much going on. We have new partners coming in to the tour. We have new broadcast partners coming in as well. And part of our job is we want to really extend that reach, access, and visibility for Premiere Pádel, because we think that'll be good for the wider sport as well. And I think we can make let people who are picking up paddle for the first time or hearing about it, they can come and watch the very best players in the world play. From Galan and Arturo. These guys are just extraordinary, and Ari Sanchez and Bea. They're brilliant to just see these guys play. They're so good that, being from the UK, we're barely started. There's plenty more things to tackle, but one of our things we've just announced a partnership with guys at Playtomic, because we want to connect all those playing in the clubs. We hear about the fastest growing sport in the world, but how do you connect all these people playing the game with the very best? So we're working on a big marketing program and a community program. It'll take some time, but it's very exciting to really join up the dots there. So we have plenty to do, and we also need to, we have to think about our key kind of stakeholders, from the players, the promoters, partners, broadcasters, the stakeholders that we've got as well, the players' associations, the men and women's associations, and FIT as well, the International Padel Federation. So we have lots going on, and we need to manage that change process and really, really kind of all pull in the right direction together. So it's good.
And what about the broadcasting? Because it's another key, super important.
Yeah, broadcasting. So we have new broadcast agreements in place.
Red Bull TV.
Red Bull TV is a new agreement in place, and it's extraordinary. And it helps us access a whole new audience. We have very, very good numbers from the first few tournaments this year. We're very pleased. We have been working on the marketing plan to really drive growth of our audiences and drive engagement. We obviously have the live matches. We want to create more editorial programming. We want to use their network of 250 million people. We want to use their network in the USA to really bring paddle and Premiere Pádel to more people. But it's not just Premiere Pádel. It's a kind of broader piece. So it's a really exciting time, and we're only just getting started. And we need more minutes in the day, but it can be challenging with you bring new broadcasters in who are new to the sport. But I think the sport needs to extend its reach, bring new people into the sport, and we need to show it off. And that's part of what Premiere Pádel is it's about extending the reach, access, and visibility. And we want to, obviously, with more international tournaments, with more international audience, help encourage. We're sitting here watching young players on a court. How do we bring young players from different countries around the world, and how can they make it into the top 50 in the world? Because at the moment. It's we've got amazing players there, but they're all they're from a small number of countries. We want to bring American, German, UK, Chinese players. How do we get them into the top echelons of the sport? It's very exciting.
And for example, US is incredible. The interest in paddle, and it's a new opportunity.
Yeah, it is absolutely. We will. I'll say it here now. We will have a tournament in the USA next year. So we wanted to do it this year. It just wasn't quite right. But next year we will have a tournament. The plans I've seen are very exciting. I just want to tell people about it, but it's too early. And we want to, but we also, with new countries, we also must remember Spain as well. We may well put an extra tournament another tournament into Spain, because we need to know that this is the heartland of paddle as well. And, we're new into the world. We want to make sure we bring the paddle fan, the dedicated fan, into our world as well, and we need to connect with them. So it's some new, but also working with the established markets as well.
And what about the feelings of the players? Because in the past, the player fighting a lot with the other circuit, and now I feel the paddle players are satisfied.
Yeah, well, look, I can't talk for the players really, but what I do know is that we set up Premiere Pádel in conjunction with the PPA, the Men's Players Association, and now the women have joined as well. So IPPA are involved, and so they are a key partner for us, and we are communicating with them all the time, and we are getting feedback as well. What works, what doesn't work, how do we improve, and also we need to manage expectations. But what we want to do with Premiere Pádel, or what we believe we're doing, is we're improving medical standards, we're improving hotels they stay in, the transportation, the food they get. We're improving the course they play on, in the venues that they play on. So we're playing in Roland Garros in Paris and Foro Italico in Italy, but it's not just those. All venues are multi-purpose now, but we are looking at new opportunities as well, and new venues, and I'm sure we'll have some exciting news to share soon. So
let me know about players.
You'll be the first to know. You'll be the first to know. But we're working on all of that. So it's this work. There's so much to do, which is great, because we were talking earlier to some people in the industry, and we were saying, it's not a case of having a blank sheet of paper and thinking about what to do next. There's so many opportunities. Our challenge is to work out where the priorities are, and we can do that. But the dialogue with players is there every week, directly with players, directly with the players' associations, and that is a key part of our partnership. The Premiere Pádel is a player-centric tour.
Yes, of course, because all the investors looking the things that happen in Premiere Pádel,
Yeah, I think that's why I said at the start, we feel we have quite a responsibility, because we are there to help, really put an international spotlight onto the sport, and we want to really help transform the game into a global sport. And we have this North Star, I'm sure you're aware of, the desire for paddle to be an Olympic sport in Brisbane 2032, So we really want to help be part of that, and working with the International Federation. It's super exciting. So it's just an extraordinary time to be part of a sport. But it's a very young sport. It's a very young professional sport, and it's an even younger professional tour. So all of these new things we just need to work through, and we kind of need to manage expectations as well. So we won't always get it right, but we must learn. But it's very exciting. The numbers we have are very positive. The new countries involved, the number of players participating, the new countries we're going to is great. Now we bring in new partners in, some from Pádel World, and some from outside of the paddle world. So that brings new opportunity as well, because they will start to engage a different type of business audience or public or consumer audience. And, I think all of that is ladders up. And I said earlier today, we had a talk earlier, that actually if we can help drive growth and build value, then it helps everyone here at the World Padel Summit, everyone in the industry, because it means more players, we can inspire more participation, that helps the clubs, it helps this. And so, we understand the responsibility that we have.
As I can see, we can hope more and more surprises next year in Premiere.
I hope so. I hope we can bring some more surprises. No, I think also we need to think a bit differently and be a bit more be a bit creative as well. And that's part of us kind of growing beyond the traditional markets of Spain and Argentina, possibly. But this is an incredible sport. It's a fun sport. It's very social. So we should have fun with it. But we should also, we have the elite, the very best players in the world. And these guys are men and women. They are extraordinary. It's brilliant to see them play. And I've been involved in sport for 28 years or so. It's top class sport. It really is. And I just want more people to see it. And it's interesting I'm based in the UK, so I don't come thinking, well, everyone's watching paddle because we're in Spain. So in the UK, I know that it's not as visible. So it's quite helpful for us to have an international perspective on how we do it. So
congratulations and thank you very much. Good luck